Hi everyone, I'm Tatenda, and I would like to welcome you to this week's episode of the Lesson in 5. Lesson in 5 is a weekly program where we summarize the Sabbath school lesson into 5 main points. If you're new around here, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. The Sabbath school lesson for this week is a covenant sign. God wants to have an intimate relationship with his people, and as a reminder, a constant weekly reminder, God has given us a special sign, the Sabbath, as a sign of his covenant, which comes with precise regularity every single week. God calling us to pull out, withdraw from the world, and spend time with origins. Where did the Sabbath come from? Well, right at creation, God instituted the Sabbath. The Sabbath came as a special gift to Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. This dispels the idea that the Sabbath was just for the Jews. The Sabbath came as a gift for humanity. Why do I say it was a gift? Because Adam and Eve had done no work. But the first thing they do is rest in fellowship with God. And the Sabbath comes as a gift to you and to me to enjoy the beauty of what God has done for us. The Sabbath before Sinai. Before the people of God gather around Mount Sinai, God already gave them instructions about the Sabbath. Why? Because manna would fall. But on Friday, manna would fall and they'll have a double portion of manna, and they were meant to pick and prepare their manna and their food for the following day, which would be the Sabbath. And we've got a surprising amount of information about the Sabbath that we get in Exodus 16. It tells us which day the Sabbath is. It also tells us which day preparation day should be. It also tells us whether the Sabbath is a day for fasting or not. It tells us how we should keep the Sabbath, even when to cook in preparation for the Sabbath. We've got an amazing gift in Exodus chapter 16, which tells us all about how God wants us to celebrate this special day. Covenant sign. We find at least 3 times in the Bible where the Sabbath is described as a sign between God and his people. God is saying the Sabbath is something that sets us apart for him. It's a sign that we've got a covenant relationship with God. That special appointment where we spend time with God is more than just a day of worship. It is a time when we seal our covenant with God. Sign of sanctification. Exodus 31 verse 13 tells us that the Sabbath comes as a sign that God is the one who sanctifies us. The Sabbath isn't a legalistic day, but rather it's a day when we celebrate the sanctifying work of God. As we already mentioned earlier, the Sabbath was given to Adam and Eve before they had done any work, and they were celebrating the work that God had done for them. On the Sabbath, we celebrate the work, the sanctifying work that God has done for us by resting and doing nothing in celebrating all that God has done. Remembering the Sabbath. The Sabbath command begins with the injunction, remember. Remembering points us back to the work that God did in the past. And there are many things that we can think about. We can think about the creation work that God has done. We can also think about the sacrifice of Jesus on the cross. All those things are things that we reflect on the Sabbath. We enjoy the beauty of creation. Remembering has that idea of looking back to the past. But remembering is also a present activity because it's telling us today, it's present tense. So today we should remember. So remember calls us to do something now, but also remember in a way points us to the future, to the final rest that God is going to give us, that excellent Sabbath rest, so to speak, that we're going to have in the earth made new. So the Sabbath helps us to reflect on the past, to do something in the present, but also look forward to the future. I hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of the Lesson in 5. If you've enjoyed this video, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next week, may God bless you all.